Right guys, so this is the lat pull down. Probably one of the movements that I see done, guess not wrong, but not optimal quite frequently. So what I'm going to do is just run you through a few pointers that will help you get the most from this exercise and obviously allow you to get a bit of a better connection as well. So a few things to take into consideration. Your form, so that's one of the things we're going to go over. Why is your form so important? This creates consistency, so having consistent reps allows you to progress better, and also what you'll find is that if you're doing the exercise the same way, when you come to do it next time, when you pick the right weight, or when you pick the weight you did last week, you'll get more from it, or at least achieve the same weight. So sometimes what happens is someone can be doing a heavier weight, doing it really fast, and then when they actually, without realising, coming to do the exercise next week, they do it a bit slower, they feel weaker, but it's actually just the fact that they are just slowing down the movement, which means that more time under tension, that you start to stimulate that muscle a bit more, and obviously you fatigue a little bit faster. So first off, just going to go over like the form. One of the most important things with your form is like your hand positioning. So it's very important to have a consistent grip. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, if you're used to going like just outside the shoulder width apart, and then once again next week you're really wide and then you're close, this doesn't create consistent reps. So what I do is just going to use this bar as an example, where you'll have like the rubber or maybe even the bend on the lat pull down bar. Yeah, you see this bend here, you can either do it from there or from the rubber there. What I'll do is I'll literally put my thumb in that position, thumb distance apart, and then there, okay? And then same again the other side. And what that does is that just creates consistency within the movement itself. So your hand positioning is obviously very important, because like I say, that can make a huge difference. So I'm just going to go through a couple of reps just to give you a bit of an idea of how to set up, and I'll talk you through it as I'm doing it. So hand positioning, really important, nice and consistent. What we want to do, lock ourselves in, we want to lean back slightly, not too much, chest out, and then we just pull down to around our chin height. You don't need to come all the way down, okay, just come to about the chin height, a little bit off of the chest, hold it, control it on the way up. As we get to the top, come forward a little bit, get that nice stretch, come back, chest out, hold, and then control. Okay, now what we don't want to see is this, because that's not much tension, very, very poor tempo. Tempo is the way that we control it, so ideally we want to be looking at 3 seconds down, pause for a second, control it 2 seconds up, and pause at the top. So that would look like this: 1, 2, 3, hold, 1, 2, and then we get that pause at the top, control it, 1, 2, 3, hold, and then control. So if you look at the video to do with tempo, you'll see why it's so important. I highly recommend finding a tempo that suits you, and hopefully over a period of time you'll just create a bit more consistency within this movement, and that will just allow you to achieve more effective growth within your back. Bit more mind muscle connection as well, and obviously make sure that you're actually hitting the lats. This is a very difficult exercise to feel, so massively like over exaggerate that hold at the bottom and the control on the way up. That will allow you to get more from the set, okay? Like I say, watch the video on tempo. It is a huge eye-opener for a lot of people. Whenever I discuss this subject with them on a one-to-one basis, they always tend to like be like, oh, it's a big thing. Now, a top tip for this movement is that when you're at the bottom, okay, you almost want to, when you're in this position here, yeah, try to imagine pulling your elbows all the way round. Okay, now obviously that's not possible. What that will do is, as you come down, you come to this point, you're holding it and you're trying to pull your elbows together, and what that will do is just create a little bit more tension in the back, and you'll just feel that muscle work a little bit more. So we come to here, pull the elbows together and you'll just feel that in the back a little bit more. Really important to keep your chest out, okay? If you have any questions or anything on this movement, just let me know.